A wind.
Yeah, totally. So that wind down there. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Helicopter Tango X-ray, any traffic on base of final runway 05.
I don't think so. The Spanish people have shit themselves.
No traffic boarded Oscar Tango X-ray, entering runway 05, CO2.
Panamedia definitely not out today.
Oh, they've had enough. Fuck it.
Where do I go to 2?
Yeah, with 2, that's fine. There's plenty of space. Because we're going to do a vertical takeoff anyway to have a little bit of fun with our R22 helicopter in wind.
Oh, there's the wind.
Ooh.
And there's the fucking takeoff.
Yeah, whee! Now that's partly what we're going to have a little quick look at. I mean, so we're looking at a position of what can our R22 helicopter do on a day like today. So let's go down a bit. Now obviously you're not going to have a ground cushion.
Okay.
Pretty much, really. Get yourself into a hover. Okay, so we're using, because of our wind, and we're technically flying 25 knots, even though we're not, using 22 inches of power there. 20, yeah, 22, yeah, okay. Max continuous is 23.5, but for the first 5 minutes we can use up to 24.5.
Okay.
So let's pull up to 24.5 inches and see how high the helicopter can go vertically on a day like today.
24.
So just keep your nose forward, don't let it go backwards. So just keep it up there, okay, just let it settle for a minute and it should go up again. So as the more higher you get, the more wind there is, the more the helicopter will then start to go up. You see it now? Now you've got a bit more of the free wind.
Wow.
So now we're going up. Now you've pushed it backwards a little bit. So we're going up, we're going up, we're going up. We've got past any obstacle we want to get past. Now we put the nose forward. Now look for the dip. You'll see how much it dips down when you do this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you see that dip. If you've not prepared and you've got a tree or something in front of you, we have a problem there. Because you've committed and there's nothing you can do to get out of it.
Yeah.
So that is the value of wind.
That's insane.
It is, because it makes a massive difference what this helicopter can do.
And we're at 21 now, and
we're still climbing up because we've got all this wind.
Yeah.
Because it says you're doing 60, but you're not. You're actually doing 40, blah, 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 blah. So we'll come round and we'll just do a normal circuit, and we're going to look at the power that you actually use, just doing a normal circuit landing on the 0.
Okay.
And we'll use that as a reference.
So we're on Echo, X-ray, Tango X-ray.
Crosswind. Tango X-ray, Oscar Tango X-ray.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray, crosswind.
Beautiful. It's almost fucking Christmas. I might have to get my Santa hat out soon.
No, just quickly.
Yeah.
We're trimmed nicely into the wind, just like now, are we? So we're doing like a crab walk across.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Just make sure I'm doing it.
The string's in the middle.
And we're not at a night. We want to get a bit higher, really, don't we?
You do, because very vulnerable at this point here. We're going to there.
Yeah.
Then we've got wires, and we really don't have any options at 500 feet, which is 300 feet above the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then you're coming downwind, and you just go straight again, because you're downwind, really.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray, downwind.
So just a normal circuit to the 0.
Okay.
And we'll use that as a little reference and see how it goes.
Yep. Sea looks like glass. Definitely getting some bows this week, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tell the difference so much.
Totally.
I feel like when I speak to you now, it's really quiet in my ears.
Okay. You definitely need to get one, because they're just awesome.
Yeah. So we're only at 20 inches there.
So let's do a power check.
Okay.
So bring it back to 53 or 55 roughly. Not too much, just keep it, that's it. So yeah, and then you want to be straight and level at 55.
Okay.
So it's 50, so a little bit more left, a little bit, you just go down a little bit. So a tweak of power there. So there we go, that's pretty level, isn't it? So let's call that 18.
Yep.
So we've got from 18 to 23.5.
Yeah.
Is what our margin is, okay? 5.5.
Okay.
So it's saying that we could hover. 7 was full, vertical. 6 was hover out ground effect. 5 hover in ground effect. So we can come into a hover. Fantastic, that's good to know.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray left base.
Beautiful.
So still maintaining 1,055.
It's okay, you got more wind, so you got more margin to bring it down a little bit if you need to.
So just looking at our options here, we've pretty much got that car park and this field in front
Yeah,
of
you got
us.
that field over there, but not in that field there. There's a field to my left. There's cut fields there. And I don't think we'd get to them with your. We might get to those, maybe not with the wind. Now we get to them. And then this is our only 5 seconds of but
shit.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I mean, it's 5 seconds.
Yeah,
You know, you've got to when we're coming to the circuit, so you have to mitigate the risk or reduce the risk.
For sure.
But you still had an option.
Yeah.
Now, there's no drama at all.
Yeah, good. Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray final. I think that was a bit early, that call. Or?
No,
no,
it's fine. No, it's fine. You told everyone it's my runway. No one now, because you said final, can really go into the runway without your permission.
For sure. Okay, so I'm going to start bleeding off the altitude.
Yeah, okay. Carb heat.
Carb heat going on.
So we'll have a little more one eye on our little power as we can see what we do and how we bring it up, okay?
Yep.
Bear in mind that 23.5 is our max continuous.
Okay. So we're at 15. Got to try and get down to 600. At speed about there. Bit high. Still. Okay. That speed a bit. 600. Bleed it off. Pedal. Right, still too fast.
You get away with it because of the wind.
Right, okay, that's 50 at 500, going in 400 at 40.
Perfect. Carb heat can go away now because we've got a bit of time. Not using any power whatsoever really at all because we're still descending.
Still going to fall shallow out.
Not even a little bit collective in. Remember, you know, whatever you need to do it together,
right.
You can just bash on.
So, effects collective. Right, so 18.
Now, you might get away that you might overpower a little bit, so let's just see. Right, so let's see what you went up to. So in the end, 20, so you stay within limits,
Right,
okay?
Just about.
Just about, and you wouldn't have done with the wind because you were still descending very close to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going on to hover. Well, I'll tell you about the landing in a minute, but first of all, just get yourself with a nice hover.
Okay.
Right, you're using 22, okay? So 22.5 inches of power is your limit to do a takeoff.
Right, okay.
Okay, because that's our maximum. Just imagine we had full tanks of fuel. Now we're at absolute maximum. 22.5 is your limit. How are we going to do a takeoff? So we're going to do a little cushion creep. So eyes outside, doing it. It's a normal transition, but just very gentle.
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever you're ready.
Feels like we're all over the place today.
Yeah, it must be the wind.
Right, okay.
Oh, 22. All right, 22.5 is your limit. Let's see if we can take off with not going over that amount, okay? Oh, bye-bye, 22.5.
Look. There's literally no ground cushion.
No, there's none. You got 15, 20 knots. There is no ground cushion. The ground cushion is back at the 0.5 numbers. So it should be easy for you. Look at that power, it's stayed exactly on 22. Oh, you had to tweak up. Oh, no.
It did go over.
It didn't go over, but do it again. Just bring it to the hover. So do a little stop. Good, you got it. Bring it back in.
I've got it.
Yeah, bring it back into the hover. Right. Let's start that again, alright? So let's limit you to 22. So, okay, almost, a little bit, eyes outside, don't look into your side too much, but you're using 21.5. Ever so slightly, just pop the nose forward a little bit. Okay, a little tweak of collective, that was fine. There we go, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Must be about
That's
an
fine.
inch off the floor.
You're right, my one was touching. There's the touching again, and there you're out.
Fuck yeah.
So that's how you're getting out of a limited power takeoff. Good, we'll go round.
Yeah.
And we'll limit your power to coming into the landing, okay?
Helicopter Tango X-ray upwind runway 05.
Right, so I shouldn't have to touch the collective bit.
When?
Oh, so now it's over. There we
Now
go.
you can do what you want. Now you can bring up to 22 because you're in transitional lift now, so now you can bring up to 22 and you're fine.
That felt like the skid, the tip of the skids was like...
Mine touched.
Did it?
Yeah, yeah, but it's no drama.
Right, we'll have to do that again. So we're technically still in that death curve, would you say?
No. You've got 65 knots. You're at autorotational speed. You can just follow through.
Okay.
It's all about that speed. If you're at 45, we wouldn't have the height to lunge forward to get to 65 to be able to do the flare.
Got you.
But you're at 65, so we just follow through.
So that's fine.
Yeah. Because remember, it goes like that.
Right.
And that part, it looks like a belly.
Yeah.
So that part there is inducing that you go up certain speeds, and then that you can be, because for example, if you were at 800 feet with 0 speed, you've got plenty of time to put the nose forward to get to 65.
Got you.
So you're out of it at the top because it goes like that, but you're out of it up here. So if you've got that curve that you can be out of it.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray crosswind.
You here for Christmas?
Might go to Andorra.
That's why you're asking.
Yeah.
And you serious about the Barcelona thing?
Yeah, well, there's 4 of us that wanted to go, and I was like, fuck's sake, I thought it was 4 plus pilots.
No, it's 3 plus pilots. It's a bit of a cut.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray downwind. Because that outlet, have you ever been to the outlet over there?
No, but I've had people literally go up to go to it.
Looks awesome, yeah. Because between 4 of you, it's like fuck all. It's like, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you like go through the arse sake of going through Ryanair and bags and shit?
Oh, that bag's 5 centimeters too big. Oh, fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah, it's €50, please.
Really? Fucking hell. They stopped it now. When we used to come back from Christmas from the UK, I'd have like 55 fucking jumpers on. Do you know what I mean? It looked like a fucking...
have to pack it.
You're walking like this.
Yeah.
Stuff rammed into everywhere. Okay, so we're going to limit your power that you cannot go over 22 coming into the hover.
Right, okay.
So now that was what we were using to hover. So if you have any form of descent and you correct that descent as you come in, you'll overpower.
Right, okay.
Okay?
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray left base.
So now the position we're at, we've got an extra 100 feet, which isn't much, but it's enough. We definitely get to those fields from this position. You're a little bit tighter, so those fields are all an option.
Which is probably where we want to be turning to left base, really.
Roughly, but then it doesn't matter so much. I mean, you've got a square field there, a field here. We've got plenty of options. We've got 5 seconds we haven't, but if we really needed to, I reckon I could get to there.
Yeah.
But yes, you are right. We normally come tighter, but it makes it too tight for you as a student at this time.
Panama Careco over Santa Maria is in traffic on the highway.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray turning final runway 05.
Okay, so limiting the power to 22.
22.
Okay.
Don't forget your car, Pete.
Panama Careco proceeding from Santa Maria to November at 1,200 feet.
Copy on. Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray final. Okay, you happy? I'm happy at the minute, but would carb heat normally go back in now?
It's 300 feet above the ground level.
Okay.
There's normally a point where it's sort of a natural pause where you go, actually I'll put the carb heat in now.
Okay. We're at 70 at 600, bleeding on airs. And I'm not actually doing anything.
And now I put the carb heat in.
Carb heat in.
And that's because you're doing it perfectly. You're doing a very nice glided approach all the way down. Exactly how it should be.
500 at 60, so it's bleeding off.
As you bleed off a little bit, well, about right, isn't it?
Yeah, bleed it off, bleed it off, bleed it. 400 at 50, eyes outside. Okay. Collective in slightly. Get back into that slope.
Blew up a little bit, didn't it?
Yep. Tip down.
Oh, no chance. That was almost so good. Right,
All over the place.
you're still descending towards the end a little bit, but it was almost like a 0-0. A 0-0 is really tricky. Let's get you to a little bit of hovering, just get you hovering. You're over controlling the touch, right? And you're not allowed to hit the ground anymore. You're too good for that now, okay? Hitting the ground is not something we necessarily want to do. Like that.
Like that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that now.
Feels like
That's affecting your whole because
just feels like it drops out the sky, do you know, just like that.
it does, because what's happening is as you I've got control for a second,
Okay.
right? Let's just have a look at what happens when you touch the ground. Have a look at the power when you touch the ground, okay? It generally you fuck the ground cushion up,
Yeah.
and then you get a weird sort of bouncy, lifty thing
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. And because you're letting it do it, it has a second. You know, again, not touching it.
Yeah.
Do we need it? Ooh, yeah. And it is, because there's no ground cushion.
Yeah.
So it needs to be a little bit more consistent in the control
Bit more
of
power.
holding it out there, yeah. And you're just over controlling a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Right, you want to take control?
I've got control.
Okay, so we're going to look at a towering takeoff now.
Okay.
So hold it here.
Yeah.
We're going to go up, and as we go up to, let's say, 3 meters, we're going to start to put the nose forward, and you'll see, there you go backwards there.
Yeah.
So, hold it there. So, raise it up another inch of power,
Yeah.
and then start pushing your nose forward.
Push it forward.
Ooh, what's going on there? That's too much. Hang on, let me demonstrate now what you can
Okay.
do it, okay? Right. So, into the hover.
Yep.
Okay, I'm using 21, 22. Right, let's bring it up an inch. And then as we do that, the nose starts to go forward a little bit.
Yep.
And
22.
then you'll find, as you get front and forward, you really climb.
Yeah.
So if we had an obstacle right in front of us,
Yeah.
we'd be up and out, okay? I didn't actually look at the power there.
22.5 yard.
Fine. Okay, you want to take control?
I've got control.
You got it?
Yeah.
Right, so let's get into a nice hover, pull up an inch or so,
Yeah.
and then nose forward a little bit, and then let it creep up, but not too far forward. You want to keep it just creeping up so we still get, like, just
Yeah.
over that obstacle. Imagine one of those trees.
Like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Pretty much went straight up there, didn't we?
Let's go down to the windsock. We'll do a realistic example.
Helicopter Tango X-ray maneuvering on runway 05.
Right, so let's just go into the grass, and we're going to use the windsock. That's our object that we've got to get over.
Okay.
Obviously, if it goes wrong, you just go to the left. So
Yeah,
it's not
for
exactly
sure.
a commitment, but the windsock's probably what? It's about 3 meters high, something like that? 4?
Yeah, 4.
Right, so bring it into hover before the windsock.
Okay, bringing it into a hover. Still going.
Panama, yes, Calico on left base of runway 05.
Okay. Now that's a realistic sort of object that you need to get over, okay? Now just go a little bit closer, because that's quite a large confined area.
Panama, yes, Calico turning final of runway 05 for the Tango.
Right, bring it to over there, hold it there. Okay. Okay, so let's pull the collective up by an inch or so and start to nudge the nose forwards, okay? So bring it up a little bit and we'll get going up first and then start to creep up. Now go forward.
Oscar Tango X-ray at the 2-3 numbers going upwind runway 05, visual with the Panamania.
And then you're up and you're away.
Yeah, it climbed a lot faster.
It did, but then see how it's dipped there?
Yeah.
Now, that you weren't quite controlling it as you would do normally because you were looking at the windsock, but if you can see if you're before that and then it dips and you come into your object, you could be fucked.
Panamania 3 of
Do you know what I mean?
Helicopter, could you confirm upwind 05? I couldn't copy.
Yeah, we're upwind now, turning crosswind 05.
Copy that, thank you very much. Panamania 3 of Calico, short final 05 for touch and go.
Thank you.
So you can see that dip now. You won't control it because you're looking at the windsock, but the dip was exaggerated there. So yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the dip. Because we went up and you think, fuck, I've cleared that, and then all of a sudden...
All of a sudden it goes down because you put the nose forward and you lose whatever lift you had and you go down a bit and you go, fuck. And it can be really hairy in a real situation.
Yeah.
In a real field, you're like, fucking hell, am I going to make that? And the problem is because once you've dipped, you've committed, if you then go, I've made a mistake, and you're fucked.
Yeah, got you.
So you've got to have 10% margin to get out of it, you know?
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray crosswind. Yeah, that was you were like, fuck, I've cleared it, and then you literally
Go down
a
after,
couple
yeah,
of meters.
Totally.
So would we, in a real life situation, only limit the power when we're taking off and coming into land? I mean, in now. So say we're going.
Yeah, but now you're flying. Now it's irrelevant.
Right,
Power's
right.
irrelevant now.
Right.
But I mean, for example, if you were doing 60 knots
Yeah.
and you had 23 inches of power, I'd be going, fucking hell, we're not hovering.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You do your power check, I'd be going, all right, well, I need minimum 4 inches of power.
Yeah.
I'd be going, you've got 3. You'd be going, shit,
Yeah,
something's wrong. But another example could be, Sam, not necessarily you limit. You go, if you're in a power check, one of your mags might have stopped working,
Yeah.
and you've not got as much power. Holy shit, what do I do now?
Oh yeah.
So there's loads of scenarios that are around it. So this time, we're going to try and land on the 0, and you're going to try and do a 0-0 landing.
That literally just coming in, glide, slow,
Yep.
stop. Yeah.
Landing, no hover,
Yeah.
bringing it down to 0 speed as you hit the ground.
Got you.
Tough, it's really, really, really tough.
Right.
Running on landing, in fact, we'll do running on landing first because it's easier.
Okay.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray left base runway 05.
Panamania 3 of Calico.
So do a shallow approach, okay? And we're going to simulate, okay, we've got less than 4 inches of power left, so you're going, shit, well, less than 4 inches, I'm not going to be able to hover.
Yeah.
Okay, if I can't hover, we're going to do a little running on landing. Another way to do is get into a taxi over the runway, or over the grass part, we'll go to the grass, okay?
Right.
Over the grass, eyes out straight,
Panamania
keep it
3
going
of
forward
Calico,
and down.
turning.
I'll help you with it, okay?
Go to the left of the runway.
Yeah, we'll go to the left of the runway after Sierra 3, in between Sierra 3 and Sierra 2.
Okay.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray turning final runway 05.
Oh, limiting the power to 22.
Yeah. Oh no, we're going to limit your power to 20.
Okay.
Shits and giggles.
Okay, 600 at 70, gonna start bleeding. No, probably a bit high for a shallow approach.
Doesn't matter, you're aiming for after the Sierra 3, so you're probably about right.
Okay.
You're aiming for that long piece of grass there, okay?
Okay. Okay, so at 500, approaching 50. There's 50. Okay, approaching 4.
Panamania 3 of Calico, turning left base of runway 05.
Copy, going back in. Bit of power. Eyes outside.
You can do it before Sierra 3 if you want to.
Okay. I'm bleeding off.
Oscar Tango X-ray run vacated Sierra 3.
Good, carpet in, looking nice, good. So keep it, so don't take off too much speed.
Okay.
Okay, you'll find it won't be so difficult in the wind you've got anyway.
Start the
Lovely, steer the
Panama Media,
keep the collector coming up. That's it, forward. Ooh, there's 20, yeah. Ooh, there's 21. Because they're running on landing. Right, so follow me through. Let's do a running on landing proper, okay?
Yep.
It was a bit unfair to do that, but I thought I wanted to see how you dealt with it. Right, so you only had 20 inches of power.
Yeah, what did we go to then?
21. So there's 20.
Yeah.
So we're able to maintain this speed
Yep.
and land. That's all we can do. So we're just going to put it down. There's 19. Okay?
Yeah.
Eyes are outside. This is the attitude you have to touch the ground with.
Oh, so we're going for a slide.
A running on landing.
Right, so what's a 0-0 then? That's a
0-0 is
drop.
It's like
straight on. Bit of a flare. There we go. Boom.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright? So we'll try running on landing, but we'll do it just after Sierra 3. You don't need to do a whole circuit to do a running on landing, okay?
Yes.
Do you want to take control?
I've got control.
And just taxi forward, and we'll go we'll go a little bit to the left so we're away from the runway for that other guy.
Okay.
So he doesn't shit himself.
Yeah.
And we'll just do a running on landing over there, okay?
Okay.
The most important thing is, or the two most important things, the skids are totally flat
Yeah.
and they're totally straight.
Right.
And if you ski, you understand it, because if the skis are back and you go in,
Yeah.
you're fucked. So take some speed off, because it's a little bit quick to do a running on landing. Got 40 knots. Right, now nose forward a little bit.
Okay.
And just keeping your attitude like that, that's perfect. A little bit more collective. Forward with the
Right.
cyclic now. Forward with the cyclic a bit more. Forward a bit more.
Forward a bit more.
Yeah. And that's flat.
Wow.
That's flat. Everything else is backwards.
That's fucking
So
cool.
that's really fucking far. That's going to bump.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like 1.5 meters, 2 meters.
Yeah.
So the whole thing has got to be, that is flat. That's a little bit too far forward. But that's the attitude.
It actually felt like you were skiing.
Well, we are. In a Fed. We're
Yeah.
skiing along the ground.
That's cool.
And that's how you need to do it. So we don't want that. You want to be nice and flat and straight. And then you just lower the collective. And that gives you a bit more friction.
And that's literally in a low power scenario.
I've got nothing left. No power. One mag's gone.
Yeah.
Something's gone wrong with the engine. I've got half the engine working. That's because you won't be able to bring it to over. It'll just go fuck off. So you do that. Let's try that again, okay?
Going up.
Going up. Lovely.
Okay.
Yep, forward a bit.
Panama Media,
Okay.
turning left, just going up.
Right, so that's a decent speed, bit too quick maybe. You're using 20 inches of power there, so that's fine. Okay, so we're going to go to a landing, eyes outside. Forget everything inside now.
Eyes outside.
Forward a little bit, forward a little bit. Now you see it touch perfectly?
Yeah.
That's so, it's nice and level. And then maintain directional control with the pedals. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The other type of takeoff we talked about, which is fucking unbelievably stupid, we've done a cushion creep,
Yeah.
right? So you've got full vertical, towering, cushion creep, which is what roughly we do normally.
Yeah.
And this other stupid one about building up speed until you take off, because you're that heavy you can't take off. Don't give it, I don't understand it, but this is what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
So,
Following you through.
follow me through. There's, what have we got? 18, 19 inches. And this is what we're talking
So
about.
you're
doing.
restricting the throttle there.
I haven't restricted the throttle. I've just brought up to 19.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to have to bring it up to 20, otherwise we're not even going to move. Right, there's 20.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just going to waggle the pedals a little bit because that gets it going to get less friction.
Right.
Right, and then we go, and there's 20. There's 20. There's 20.
Because you're so.
There's 20. There's 20. There's 20. There's 20.
What?
And there we 20 and a half, get transitional lift, and okay, I've gone up to 21, but we're up.
What the hell?
Fucking right, what is the...
What's the point?
If you're going to go and take off like that, go and fly with Balearic.
Yeah.
Because fuck me, you're fucked.
Wow.
It's stupid, but you're supposed to learn that.
That's the military thing.
Yeah, because they probably took off when they were going out to war or doing something, when they had that ammunition on it. It was like, no, you're going to take off because you've got to take all that. So that's how you do it. Because to be fair, what you can do is, you can get going with it. But once you're off,
Yeah,
you're
you
off.
can't, yeah.
It's like this helicopter. As soon as you got past 15, 20 knots, and it's got full fuel, 2 fat fuckers on it, it will do it. It will physically do it. You're out of limits, but it will do it.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're not going to bother trying. It's fucking stupid.
Panama Media,
In fact, if you want to have a go, you can have a go.
It's hard keeping it restrictive though.
It is really. You've got for there to the Sierra 2, so let's have a little go. See, you've got control. And waggle the pedals a little bit, okay?
What does the pedals...
It just loosens it up from the ground, gets rid of the friction. So once you got it to there, so push it forward a bit the nose. There we go. Now just waggle it a little bit from side to side, and it just sort of helps loosen it up. 20, there we go. Keep it going, 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 and back with the cyclic a little bit, and she's up at 21. So you managed to take off at 21 inches of power. Fuck me, I totally am. I feel you, dog. I don't understand it myself. Right, bring it into the hover because I'm not sure where that guy is on the final or not. And we'll just go and do a normal circuit and bring it to the zero, okay?
Just waiting to find out where he is.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a little turn to the right or left, 90 degrees. We'll have a quick check. I think he's on final. I don't want him to shit myself, and I don't particularly want to shit myself. Where is he?
Got control,
Oh, he's like, no, you have.
I've got control.
Final, yes, you're
More or less.
Sure, final run with 0544 stop land.
Okay, he's doing a full stop
Fine,
landing,
yeah.
so we'll just hold it here for a minute and we'll wait a second. We're not in a dramatic rush. Bring it into a hover, and if you're happy, spin it round to the left, we'll take yourself back into wind.
Without taking off.
And without taking off. But you can see how much an influence the wind is on your daily flights. So you wake up, you go, I've got 15, 20, and like, if I'm doing a job,
Yeah.
and I'm like, right, okay, fuck's sake, I've got to pick someone up from the finca. And he goes, you look at the forecast, it goes 20 knots, you go, it's fine. I'm fine, I'll get out of it.
Yeah.
If it's zero wind, it's really tough. This heli at zero wind will not do anything vertical at all. If you think about when you're normally hovering without wind, we're normally using 23 inches of power.
Yeah.
So it just hasn't got it in it to go up.
What, do you have to actually pick, do you pick a lot of people up from the houses?
Quite a bit.
Take
There's
them
quite a
out?
few people that don't want to come to the airport. They don't want their names registered because they're out of here for 180 days and all that shite that's going on in the UK at the minute. Right, let's just do a turn 30, see where he is, and we're just going to do a normal circuit.
Helicopter Tango X-ray, visual with the traffic taxiing. We're going to enter Sierra 2 for takeoff 05. Is that okay with you?
Sure, no problem. We're vacating via Sierra 3.
Copy that. Thank you very much for entering on Sierra 2 for takeoff on with 05. Oscar Tango X-ray.
Well, if we make it, so that just spiked up to 27.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and that's all because of that downwind shit.
Because it started making us get the propellers go faster, yeah?
Yes, you just started over. Well,
Final,
you were
yeah.
doing too much.
Located.
You were slowing it down, pulling it down, raising it. You were doing too much, and the helicopter went, fucking hell. Let's go to 27.
Let's
go.
go. We are at Sierra 3, taxiing to apron via Charlie 1.
Going normal circuit.
Yeah. Well, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
A lot's going on, isn't there?
Loads. That wind as well, I mean, I don't know if it's just because it's been a week or what, but that wind feels...
No, it's a bit of a nasty wind. It's not a particularly nice, pleasant wind.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray, crosswind.
Yeah, because you feel how much it's moving.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
really-
not you. That's the wind. So, I mean, it is windy.
Yeah, so we'd probably go into that field there.
Into the wind.
Yeah.
Nice big sexy field there.
Right, yeah.
The what concerns me there at our height now is the cables.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get over those cables, I don't think. I wouldn't fancy it anyway. My bottom would be shitting itself.
Proper puckered.
Would be. Now, well, the little patch there are still a little touch too low, I think. But now we've got options to go places. There's only 22, so it could fit into patches of spaces there.
Okay. Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray downwind.
I fucking love it when a plan comes together, don't you?
Can't believe Panamida are out.
Yeah, I know. Panamierda.
So that weather this week is not characteristic.
We always have bad weather this time of year.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to have water.
Of course, yeah.
They can't not have it. I mean, everything's now, if I can look at lush everything is, it's super green. It's
Super
like
green.
UK now.
Yeah.
But having it that consistent and that heavy for that many days, no. I don't think I can ever remember a time.
Wow.
I don't think it's not a bad thing though. We do need it.
Oh, of course.
Like a week, a week and a half.
Helicopter Oscar Tango X-ray left base.
So just keep your speed on, because then you're starting to go to realms of difficult positions.
Hovering.
Yeah.
1,000 feet.
But this can't do that now.
Really?
Shall we have a go?
Yeah.
Swing into the wind. The heli will find the wind. Turn into the wind. And bring that speed back. Now your airspeed indicator will be lying to you, because it's going to show the actual wind speed. Now you are still walking forward, so bring it back a bit and to the left a little bit. Now that is I think we're going up a little bit.
Pretty much hovering now.
Pretty much hovering. What we're using, 19 inches. Let's let it settle. It'll probably need a little bit more power, probably about 20.
Yeah, we're definitely.
We're going down a little bit, so just bring out 2021. Yeah, you've not moved from that bridge. So it's saying you've got 25 knots.
Yeah.
So you are hovering out of ground effect. But up here, it's saying 30 odd knots.
Yeah, we're not moving now.
Yeah. And you're using 21 inches of power.
That's a joke.
Cool, isn't it?
Fucking mental.
Hovering a helicopter, 1,000 feet. Awesome, isn't it?
Shit, so could you like bank off now and just go?
Go for it. So let's push it.
What? That is crazy. Woo! Oh, I feel like G-force there.
Yeah.
That's that's cool.
What's the declaration final 25?
That was mint.
Awesome, eh?
That's so.
Yeah, it's a great fun.
Oh mate, that was almost vertical. That.
Yeah.
It felt like it was. I bet it wasn't.
You haven't done many autos yet, have you?
Just the ones that we did at like 2,000 feet.
Okay. So you've never done an auto sort of going backwards?
No. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's go up to 1,500 and we'll just do one on the way back in because it is kind of funny.
Okay.
So basically there's no rules in auto rotation in terms of speed.
Okay.
There's no Deathman's curve because there's no power.
Right.
And you're already in the auto. So what you can do with the helicopter is you can do what you want with it. You just have to get the RPM within the section of 90 to 110%.
Yeah.
Let's go Tango X-ray high final run with you 5.
Apart from that, you can do anything you wish to do. Okay, so follow me through. Let's have a little go together, okay? We'll start it off at a 65 or speedish. So let's say we wanted to land on the 05 numbers. And that was our only space. And that's what we're going to do in the later on. Say, you've got to get to that field because it's the only field that you've got a choice of.
Yeah.
All right? We're very high for that field, but there's still quite a lot of wind.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is basically put us underneath us, come backwards, and then go forward down towards it, okay?
Okay. So we're going to go past it and then backwards.
A little bit, yeah.
And flip it around. No.
Past it backwards and then into it. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, so that's pretty much getting underneath us, okay?
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, go. Taking it back, bring the speed back.
Yeah.
Right, let's bring the speed right back. There's 40, 30.
Yeah.
With the wind, you can see we're now going backwards.
Yeah.
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 Now I can see my 05 numbers again.
Yeah.
And what I have to do is judge it. And the difficult part is judging when to go the nose forward to go up to your 65 to get to the 05 numbers.
Yeah.
So about now, put the nose forward. I'm going to be a bit short. Okay, I'm a bit short, but sure, I'm not going to be far off it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then with the wind, because it's windy.
Wow. That flare literally just takes all the speed out
You
of it.
can because you've got 20 knots.
Yeah, I got you.
Because you're going from 65, but you're not going from 65, you're going from 45 down to 0. I'm 50 metres short.
Wow.
Right, you want to take control?
Go.
Let's taxi back, Captain.
Taxi back. About taking off.
Yeah, doesn't that speed just once they go whoo? You can go CR3, CR2, whatever you prefer.
Sierra 2 without taking off.
Zona media to Lima Zulu, radio check.
Visibility 5, Oscar Tango X-ray, vacating Sierra 2 to the apron.
Thank you.
Okay.
Where did you put that big plane? Oh, over there.
Yeah. Not that one, it was put in the middle there. There's one big spot in the middle.
To parking stand, sit for engine run up.
Great.
That looks shit.
Look shit.
That plane.
Base.
They all look shit.
Which pad do you want it on?
Yeah, you stick on the large one at the end if you want, because I'm going to put it away.
I can do that so much fucking better. Dickhead. Not bad. That was shy.
Did you get that on tape?
Yeah.
Did you want to edit that out?
Yeah, I'm going to crop all that out, yeah. Place it with one of
You just seemed to stop at Sierra 2, the video. Yeah, I ran out of battery.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what happened.
Just
It's weird, eh?
died. Just died.
Memory's gone.
Fucking hell. It's like literally like that ground cushion just...
Gone.
Gone,
There's no.
completely
no,
gone.
well, hang on a minute. I can see it over there.
Yeah, it's over there.
It's down there somewhere, and that's the whole point of it. There is no ground cushion, so whatever you do, there's no saviour. The ground cushion sometimes helps you, doesn't it? You go, fucking hell, look at that, thank God for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's like, and?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, didn't pay me enough, I'm off.
See you.
Oh, we're pretty good on time. 2:30. I'm going to grab the wheels.
Alright.
Well, you shut her down, and can you close the flight plan, please?
We're on the...
That's it, move over.
Palmer Operations, Helicopter, Oscar, Echo, X-ray, Tango, X-ray. Can you close my flight plan, please?
Tango X-ray, runway 12, looking for Nord, 1234, thank you, Hong Kong.